The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Okay, so just about 30 seconds away from your chance at Riot Fest tickets and the golden ticket. Top of the hour. Just don't go anywhere. We are talking about that moment when you knew you needed to get in shape. What happened? And another Mike checking in here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Mike, Hoy, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, I got up in the morning. I had to go to the bathroom, and I looked down, and I couldn't see my junk.
Oh, jeez.
At
that point, I knew there was an issue.
So it was just one morning that happened. I mean, it just built up overnight somehow? You had a big meal?
Yeah, well, it probably was slowly, gradually building up. But when the reality hit me, I was like, oh, boy, we got to do something about this.
It's probably like an allergic reaction if it's just overnight. It's like a bee sting.
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
His stomach. Got stung with a bee.
My stomach, right.
Remember Tim Allen and Santa Claus? He's like, it was a big bee.
Oh, yeah.
He gets all
So that inspired me.
Well, what'd you do then? What did you do?
Well, I started riding a bike, man. It's all about cardio.
Oh, do you still ride the bike?
I still ride my bike. I ride it 3 times a week.
Can you see your junk?
I'm starting to see just a little bit. It's coming over the mountain. Let's put it that way.
Now is your chance to qualify for the golden ticket that gets you and a guest into every Q101 event for a year. Please don't text and drive. Standard message and data rates apply.
Oh, my God.
Q101.
It's like a sunrise. Mike, okay, thank you, man, for being so honest. Hang up because he wants you to text right now. 312-591-8300. This is for Riot Fest tickets, and this is for the golden ticket. Text Cure, because the band Cure is playing at Riot Fest. So text Cure to 312-591-8300. In case you don't know how to spell Cure, Kenzie, you want to help out?
Yes.
Okay, give us how to spell Cure.
C, as in cured meats, which are delicious. U, as in Uranus. R.
Go ahead.
R, as in recycle. E, as in esophagus. I'm running out of E's.
I know, you already used esophagus once this week.
I'm sorry.
C-U-R-E. Text Cure right now to 312-591-8300. You will get Riot Fest tickets. Douglas Park, about a month away, September 15th through the 17th, with what a lineup. You got the Foo Fighters, you have The Cure, you have the Mars Volta, Death Cab for Cutie, Queens of the Stone Age, and like literally 90 other bands. I know...
Literally.
Kenzie's looking. Literally. So, literally, there's 90 other bands.
There's so many bands here.
I know, Kenzie's looking forward to throwing some Faygo on stage when ICP's out there.
I'm going to, I want Faygo to get tossed on me like a champagne bottle at a club. I want to,
Please be careful what you ask for. Please. I don't want that to happen.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Boy, you are not going to believe this. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So, Kenzie just got married a couple months back. I got married 2 years ago. Maybe you've been married. We just heard from Mike out there, got divorced. It happens. You get married, you get divorced.
Or sometimes you stay together. That's not just the normal.
Well, yeah, half get divorced, I guess, technically, but...
I just don't want to make it sound negative for everybody.
It's not. I love being married, and I think a lot of people do out there. You've been married, or maybe you move away and you get separated or whatever, and you get back together. There's a lot of different ways marriage can go. But this woman found out moments before she said I do that her groom was cheating on her.
Oh, it pisses me off so much. That was my greatest fear on my wedding day.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I go, this is going to be the day that someone comes forward and is like, just so you know, we have a family and I have 8 kids with that. I was petrified. I looked at my DMs so much that day. I thought someone would be like, I just can't hold it in. I have to tell you before you walk down the aisle.
Did you guys do the thing where they say, does anybody object to this wedding when the priest says that?
I don't think that was in there. You know who did our wedding?
Who's that?
Ryan Cheverini from ABC was our officiant.
Oh, he's not going to ask that.
No, I don't think because they're bros. He's like, I got you. And don't worry. I'm not giving anyone a chance.
You know that thing where someone might stand up and say you're cheating?
I'm not, you, bro.
I'm not going to give him a chance.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, it happened at my wedding. I had a regular priest, the ones
and
that
somebody
do
objected?
No one did.
Oh.
But you do wait for a second and you kind of go, could someone stand up and say something, not about cheating, but just something about me that says, he's an ass, something like that. I don't know, just something a little tense. But this woman found out through a DM that her husband was cheating and there was proof and it was evidence and it was true. Now it's what she did that you have to hear about at 8:20, just a few minutes away. We will tell you what she did.
I hope she's in prison for murder.
Moments before she said, I do. Finding out her husband was cheating. We'll tell you the rest of the story coming up here at 8:20.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, so if you missed the word at 8 o'clock for Riot Fest tickets and a chance to qualify for the golden ticket, we'll give it to you again here in about 120 seconds after we talk about this story where a bride found out moments before she said, I do, that her groom was cheating on her. And it was verified through DMs that was sent to her. And so she found out literally kind of shaking when she gets up there. What a horrible, disgusting thing to find out right then, It would have been horrible if it was a week before, but it's right then. You're there. Everybody's
because
there.
it's a big decision. That you have questions. Is this an affair? Was it one time? How long ago was it? And is this something that I get married now and then I talk with him and get it a no? Like, I can't even imagine what would, everything that would go through your mind.
Gee, what would you do?
I mean, there would
The
be
fire
blood
department would have to be
everywhere.
called.
I mean, it would be so bad.
You ever seen Friday the 13th?
Yeah, it would look something like that.
That's what Kenzie would have looked like at that point. Me too, though, by the way. I mean, there's no way I could go through with it. But you're right. There's some people that don't want to cause a scene. Not this woman. So her name was Casey. She was engaged to a guy named Alex. She found this out, and she was thinking about what to do about it. So what she decided to do was, instead of the vows, read the DMs from the cheating woman to him. So the groom.
Oh, my God.
So she got up there, and he thought everything was going fine. Oh, God, this is what a savage. So here's what she read. Here's the DMs from the woman to the groom that was cheating. Your body is effing incredible, and you know how to use it. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This is from the groom to the woman that he was cheating with.
Well, I assumed.
So yeah, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Your body is effing incredible and you know how to use it. I wish my girlfriend had half the skills you do. She's reading this in front of everybody at the wedding saying it came from him to his cheating woman.
And you stood there?
I guess he stood there and they said he started to turn white. But he stood there. And then he went on. These were more the DMs. I've never had this kind of connection before. This weekend, you and I, it is on, hot stuff. Bring your A game. They're getting married.
Well, you know what I don't get? Is that if you feel that way, why get married? If you feel like your girl's not checking boxes and your man's not checking boxes, then you could do better and you want to talk to other people, you could just be single and do that and live your best life. I just don't understand it.
I'll give you an answer that I don't approve of.
Oh, God.
But I'm just saying
He's going to make me mad at you. I have scissors over here.
Case, come get her scissors, please.
No, I have them. I literally have scissors.
Why do we let her have scissors, by the way? Why do we let her have them? Okay. This is not what I approve of. I'm telling you, I've heard this, especially from professional athletes. They say,
you hang out with them a lot.
They say that I love her. The other ones are just fun. It's side piece
But then
thing.
why say demeaning things about your girl when you're talking to them? I wish my girl could do that. What if you love your girl so much and you're cheating on her, do you also have to smack talk her at the same time?
So that's what you're upset about, the smack talk?
I would be like, damn. How about you just focus on what you're doing over there? You don't have to come crap on me. What did I do?
It is stupid and it's idiotic. And again, I don't believe it. I'm just telling you what I've heard on the streets.
I don't know. You seemed a little comfortable saying it. Seemed a little comfortable.
So she says all this stuff, and the crowd is obviously a little horrified. And
you think?
Here's what she says at the end, though. She goes, there will be no wedding reception today, but instead there will be a celebration of honesty, finding true love, and following your heart even when it hurts. So according to Facebook friends, they said everybody except Alex and the best man left, and his brothers who were up there in the wedding party, they all left, but everybody else went to the reception, and it turned into a big party, and it was actually really nice, apparently.
Was this a destination wedding where he had to like also still be at the hotel? Because that would be amazing.
Doesn't sound like that. The pictures look like it was just a kind of regular wedding. Outside, there were some trees, but it doesn't look like it was anywhere special.
Well, maybe they live in Alaska and they don't have pretty green trees.
It could be.
To a destination.
You might be going too deep on the point here.
I'm just saying, I want him to be tortured. I couldn't. Props to her, though. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to be like, we're celebrating. I'd be too busy trying to get back to the house to light it on fire, I think.
And sharpen your scissors.
It would be like the movie Rat Race to the house just to ruin his life.
Wow, good for her. Good for her. That was pretty awesome, but terrible. I feel bad for her, but they had the party, and apparently it worked out okay.
I mean, in a way, even though it would have been better earlier, dodged a bullet, right? I suppose you could say.
Well, yeah, it's better to do that than, my wife was engaged, had a wedding all planned long before I met her, and she called it off like only, I believe it was weeks before it happened.
Ooh.
Invitations were out. She had the dress.
Yeah.
She had everything, and she called it off. And thank God, because now I'm with her and we have Harper, and now we've been married 2 years. I've never seen.
Did you get nervous she was going to call yours off? Since she's prone.
She was seasoned to it. She was conditioned.
Yeah, she had no problem with the whole thing.
Yeah. I've done it before. What the hell? Just call it off again. No biggie.
She's like I said in an email. It's even easier now. It's with technology.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. Text CURE to 312-591-8300 for a chance to win Riot Fest tickets.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
And it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I want to make very clear here because you still have time to text in CURE to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win Riot Fest tickets and be qualified for the golden ticket. Everything we do from Riot Fest to Riot Fest. That means a year to the next year's Riot Fest. Let's worry about this year's coming up, though. That'll get you there, and then everything in between. We're talking about concerts like Pearl Jam and Lollapalooza next year, and Picnic, and so much. Pierce the Veil, which sold out 2 Aragon shows in seconds. We'll probably do 2 more and sell those out. You will be there. You're guaranteed. Imagine the stress of not worrying about buying concert tickets. Not only not having the money to buy them, but just trying to get them to shows that sell out. That's all gone for a year with the golden ticket. Text CURE 312-591-8300 right now. And speaking of money, if you went to a grocery store in the burbs, your credit card information may have been stolen. We'll tell you where it happened and what you can do about it coming up here in just about 3 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Ugh, terrible.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Stay here, stay put. A new word coming up for the Golden Ticket and Riot Fest tickets at 9 a.m. I'll tell you what, why not? I'll give you the old word again because Kenzie's telling me on the text line people keep misspelling it. Your autocorrect's screwing it up. So the current word is CURE, like the band The Cure. 312-591-8300. Text that just right now. That gets you to Riot Fest, has a chance at that, and qualifies you for the golden ticket. Thousands of dollars of free concert tickets for you. Everything Q101 does for a year. It's incredible. It's amazing. Just do it. Text CURE, 312-591-8300. Now, if you went to a grocery store in the burbs, there's a chance your credit card information was stolen. I will tell you exactly where it happened so you know.
Where?
Kenzie lives in Elgin.
Please don't say mine. Please don't say mine. Please don't say mine.
It happened in Des Plaines.
Oh, yeah. Suck at Des Plaines.
Poor people of Des Plaines. So here's the thing. If you went to, in fact, police officers, the Des Plaines police were dispatched to Shop and Save Market. It's at 500, the 500 block of Metropolitan Way. And they found a credit card skimmer in the register, on the self-service
Those still
register.
exist?
It's funny. That is something you used to hear about all the time where people put skimmers when you slide your card through at gas stations mostly, and they get your credit card information, and they can steal it and use it until your credit card company catches on and cancels it. But they get thousands of dollars of free stuff that way. So you're right. I think your point is you do the tap now mostly.
Because they tap. I mean, I feel like when's the last time you swiped your credit card? Honestly.
Well, I did recently because the tap thing wasn't working at a gas station, so I had to swipe it.
Was it in Des Plaines?
It wasn't in Des Plaines.
Like, sorry, that's not working right now.
They didn't deactivate it when I was trying to buy a Milky Way at the Shop and Save, and then I had to go in there. But
I guess with gas, a lot of them are still swipey.
Also, well, they do tap on a lot of the pumps too, but you're right. Gas stations and grocery stores. Not everybody has tap cards too either. I think a lot of people still have swipe cards.
Oh, no, that chip is like mandatory.
The chip is mandatory. You got to put the chip in, so you have to kind of swipe it, I guess.
I think that the chip now taps, though. I think that's the thing. I think that's what's tappable.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I thought that that's what I was tapping was the chip.
I know that most people, or not most, but a lot of people still don't have a tap card, depending on what it is. Like debit cards don't tap. Or actually, I'm sorry, they do. They do that too.
You know what? I have not to this day, like years and years and years since I moved to Chicago. It's almost 5 years. I never activated my debit card. I've been unactivated. It has a Disney castle on it. It's super cute. Debit card. Why would I do that?
Thanks for letting me know which card to take out of your wallet and activate for me.
It's not even there. I don't even know where it is.
Oh.
It's somewhere with all the activation information
Probably
sitting in a drawer.
Probably in Displays right now.
Oh, my God. What would you use a debit card for? I always want to use a credit card because I want to get points.
Yeah, but I used to use the debit card for a while because I got in trouble with credit cards, and so I had to use debit for a while. And
you got in trouble with all credit cards?
Pretty much my
credit poster on the wall every place? What'd you do?
My credit got in trouble for what I did with credit cards, so I had to go to debit cards for a while. I had to cancel credit cards. I had to start over.
Debit cards, those are the ones that really get scammed.
Yeah, but the thing is, your debit card, at least I knew how much money I was using every time. Whereas a credit card, you just kind of go, I'll pay for it in 30 years or so when I'm dead and no one will care. But at least a debit card, you got to pay for it. You know what I mean?
But right, so my grandma's husband, he has had, it's not funny, his debit card information stolen 4 times in 2 years.
Good Lord.
And I'm like, go to a different store. Where are you going? I know you don't go many places. Where are you visiting?
Stop going to bodegas.
And then it's the worst because it's just your actual money getting pulled out versus credit you get to go dispute.
Way worse. So
yeah.
I feel for the people. If you went to that Shop and Save Market, 500 block of Metropolitan Way, they said a report of a suspicious incident. They found the skimming device on a credit card machine there. So check your credit, check it online. Make sure nothing got added on. You ever had your credit stolen and people use it?
Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
One time I had this charge and it was for $7.99. It was at a running store, like a sport. It was literally called like a Run for Your Souls or
Feet
something.
Fleet or something?
Yeah, whatever. Because it wasn't like one of the common ones. And I'm like, there's not a chance in hell I bought anything at a running store. Okay? Now, I don't like running. I won't participate. I refuse. It didn't happen.
It's very brave of you.
So I called my credit card company and I'm like, something's going on. Something's up. If I have ever seen a purchase that doesn't seem like me, it is this one. And they asked me a million questions. I'm like, it's not me. It's not me. They canceled my card. They sent me a new one. They did all that, right? A month later, I'm walking through the mall and I see that store. I knew what the store was. And I realized there's a smoothie shop inside the store.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I did get a smoothie. I did do that. So it was me the whole time. So I know if you really want to jump through hoops for a couple months, you can get a free smoothie.
You never came clean, did you?
No, well, what is I going to do? Call him back? Be like, can you read? Like, this is what it is. What it is.
It's my bad. I got a smoothie.
It was a learning moment for us all.
Yeah, well, for you.
For me.
Check in at 312-591-8300. Did you ever have your credit stolen? And I had mine stolen from, they found out later, a waitress at a restaurant bar in Evanston. So I went there, ate food, whatever, did the thing, left. And then all of a sudden, my credit card didn't work. It locked up. And then they called me and they go, we had to lock your card because there's $1,100 in charges, which is unusual for your pattern because you're cheap as F. And they knew me pretty well, and I am cheap.
Well, you are not balling. You got flagged for $1,000.
$1,100 in literally an hour. And I was curious, and I said,
where was it to?
I said, where was it at? They went and bought 90 Jimmy John's subs.
She's trying to make her way up the corporate ladder, bought everyone lunch.
And this dates it a little bit. They also bought about 400 DVDs at Blockbuster or whatever was around there, a DVD store at the time. So it was probably some college person that just said, hey, everybody, I got food and movies for everybody in the dorm.
Well, at least she's giving.
She's very giving.
That's really nice of her.
Of my credit.
Because she probably could have gotten away with it if she flew under the radar. The Blockbuster here, Jimmy John's there.
Yeah, no. 90 Jimmy John's
That's
subs.
awesome.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, we were talking about in Des Plaines, there's a grocery store that a skimmer was found on. So if you shop at the Shop and Save Market, the 500 block of Metropolitan Way.
Now I feel bad because it sounds like a family store.
It does sound.
It does sound.
Yeah.
They probably didn't mean it.
And just anybody that goes there, just be careful. Check your credit card statement to make sure nothing happened there. A lot of times, credit card companies are pretty good at stopping that stuff when they know, like I said, for me, being cheap, they know I'm not going to spend $1,000 on 90 Jimmy John subs, which happened to me when someone stole my information. I do love Jimmy John's, though. But
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have called if I saw you buy that. I mean, that adds up.
You're just buying it for the week, some Jimmy John subs. But when has your information gotten stolen? You've been in a situation like that where you were locked out of your accounts. Smalls is checking in from Indiana. Ahoy, Smalls. What's going on?
Hey, guys. What's up?
What's up? So what's your story? What happened to you?
So it happened to my buddy. I work with him basically 5 days of the week and this and that. But we were driving, and he tried to pay one of his credit cards off, and they declined the payment. And that's very shady where a credit card company doesn't want your money. So we called them, and they said that he was pronounced dead like 3 weeks ago.
Whoa, that's how you get out of your credit card stuff then. Just
it wiped it clean, but let alone the Social Security announced him dead like 3 weeks prior.
How did that happen? Did somebody steal his identity or something?
No, well, after everything was said and done, it was like a 2-week process to fix the stuff and that. But yeah, his identity wasn't stolen. The IRS, their excuse basically was they just put a 4 instead of a 1 or anything because everyone's just numbers to them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah, all of his credit cards were shut down at work. They called his mom and asked how they wanted his like life insurance and 401k and so it's just going down fast.
Oh my God, his life was getting auctioned off. He was just on the road.
Yeah, the best part, he was like, I should have just taken this opportunity to flood the country and live a secret life.
Hell yeah. No kidding.
Seriously, that was a missed opportunity. You're only going to get that once.
Only once. You
Yeah,
can't,
right? It'll never happen again.
Can't fake a death more than once, I've heard.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. And how's he doing today? Get everything back? Is he alive by the government standards?
He's alive by the government standards, but he's still dead inside, you know?
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.